Yeah,
That's
I think
true.
that we have the volume lava shoe, and yourself.
Yeah, I don't really care. To tell the truth, I'm watching some YouTube.
What's funny is the white text of the AFK timer is the exact same as the white text of chat. So it just looked like Bill said, I crashed. You're about to be declared AFK in 10 seconds. Apparently Bill crashing makes me go AFK. So Kelly, are you still on Iskatu's side, blaming Blizzard for all the things?
Yeah, pretty much.
Who was that?
At least in chapter 2 I am.
I thought this was for Masters. How many chapters are you supposed to have?
They're supposed to be around 100 pages. I think each chapter is around like 15 to 20 pages.
Man, that's a long Masters project. I think my Masters project was like 30 pages. Of course, my university is like kind of mellow, I guess, but still.
Well, I'm gonna put some pictures in, so I think that'll help.
Fair enough.
And my graphs. Totally
All the beautiful graphs. The gorgeous, sexy, beautiful graphs.
The graphs only take up one page, so...
What exactly is the opposition to Blizzard anyway? Since I wasn't in the mess conversation.
Lol.
What did
Okay,
you
back
say?
to channel. We got quite a few people to get.
I think that's like why do I hate Blizzard? Pretty much, I guess it was the whole thing about making the editor really crappy in Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2. It's pretty much what it boiled down to.
Well, it depends.
Well, I mean,
Warcraft
really-
3's one, it's not that bad for the time, but it's really StarCraft 2 that it went kind of south. At least in my experience.
Okay, if you guys had to make an analogy for the StarCraft 2 editor compared to, say, Warcraft 3, what would it be? Mesk said it was like going from driving an automatic car to piloting, what was it, a passenger airliner?
Well, but it's not really a passenger airliner. It's like a passenger airliner with, like, one wing's engine already burned out and 3 flat tires. The issue isn't that the Galaxy Edit is just complicated. It's that the tutorials for the different functions are basically more convoluted than learning a programming language. And it's that even among the things that are explained, half the shit doesn't work a lot of the time.
It's a pediatric doctor compared to a surgeon with no schooling.
It's like going from a tricycle in Brood War to trying to ride a bicycle with no wheels in StarCraft. It was like they never actually got you. I mean, I didn't use the Warcraft 3 editor, so maybe that was like a properly, you know, two-wheeled bicycle. What's the question was, what's a good analogy for the difference between Galaxy Edit versus the other editors? And the thing is, like, I think part of the reason we might remember the Brood War editor being better than it was actually not because of Blizzard's editor, but rather because the editor itself had a lot of accessible mods. I mean, really, most of the interesting things that came out of the Brood War editor came out as a consequence of, like, the extra editor and all these other mod editors that came out because it was actually easy to mod the editor itself. The problem with Galaxy Edit is that it's like Galaxy Edit and that's it. I mean, like, no one has created any sort of companion to Galaxy Edit to make it actually more accessible to users. Because I don't even know if that's possible.
It's possible. It's just the problem is map-wise. I don't think Blizzard will ever be able to make something that will be very interesting, other than a plain full game like Earth of the Era of Storm, stuff like that, but never as a simple map that really regroup people. And there is also the point that if there is a new map, it implies that it needs to be constantly updated to be good, or at least that, to avoid feeling that it's always the same thing. And it's something that Blizzard might have quite a weakness about as well. So a lot of things is kind of against Blizzard in terms of what they would actually commit compared to other company and so on.
No, but I mean, if you think in terms of the development, like, really what happened with Galaxy Edit is that it never hit critical threshold. Because originally what Blizzard wanted to do was basically sell Galaxy Edit as, like, basically as an alternative to things like Unity or things like that, in a sense. It was supposed to be an engine where you could go in and you could actually monetize your mods so that you would actually be treating it like a professional programming language. So they were tailoring it for the accessibility of, like, dedicated real programmers. But then, basically, it never hit critical threshold. They could never actually monetize the StarCraft 2 arcade marketplace. And once that happened, once there was no actual financial incentive, what happened was there was all this developmental garbage that made Galaxy Edit completely unusable for the casual user, but not enough actually working things so that professional users could try to actually create something really good. So it basically is like a bastard child of two different conceptual ideas that works for no one.
Part of the problem was, well, for one thing, to get the official editor for models, you have to get 3ds Max, which is like $4,000. And another one is that nowadays everyone has their maps locked, so if you want to figure out how something's done, oh, well, you can't open it. So I think that kind of killed the community, where you can't really look at what someone else has done in order to emulate it.
Well, unless you, like, ask the maker, right? So, I mean, like, some people have more or less, said, go crazy. I think Zedu, at this point, basically doesn't care if people use his map. Although I don't think he actually provided
I hate you,
a light version.
First they have to get a hold of them, though.
Yeah, but, it's like, I asked Palamani for some of his maps, and he was like, yeah, sure. But the thing is, he would only give me, like, certain maps, so I couldn't, like, do something like a more casual mod, like, if I wanted to do kind of what I wanted to do. But, I mean, it was still really useful just in terms of seeing, like, how he even set up the lobby systems, because that was something that, like, I mean, just because I'm kind of terrible at programming was really confounding me for a while.
Steak, you really expect me to control 5 different heroes and kill all this shit? On Impossible Beat. Let's see if you can do this. Hey Hone, put Steak as the next player. With everything on impossible speed.
You mostly need to use the AoE of the different heroes.
Yes, but I have 3 different heroes that I have to scroll through, and you gave me 0 time to actually set up my hotkeys as well. So please tell me, could you do this with that restrictions on you? I'm just gonna use the Predator to run around all of their rocks.
You pretty much already
Gotta be as skillful as this.
If you wait the maximum time. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, but I was doing good there. I was being pro micro. Let's see how Steak do this.
Fine.
Now start now. Start now.
Although Steak already did play the map at this world, just to know you at this one.
Let's see what he does.
The Archmage is down.
And so is Rick. So is Steak. Oh no, Rainer Suit's still alive.
You mean Steak's unit basically. No, he's dead.
Yep. GG.
Not yet, although it's really not in favor of Steak.
No, Steak lost.
He still got 1 AoE on the Black
Pretty
Hammer
long.
and 2, well, 1.
Actually, you don't know if you have lasted longer than me because I survived for a while with using the Predator as well. Only the Predator beat that.
That's poor Black Hammer.
Okay, so what? You have already played this before as well. Okay, and now you're just copying my strategy, so why are you so cocky tonight, Steak? Please tell me.
It's because he has movement now.
Because he has what?
Because he has what? 500%.
This Steak's awesome. He can totally do this. He's got this.
I actually want to see what happens in the end, because he only has 1 tank, a couple of... Nope, he lost.
He does have a Stormobile. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, but even with the high zealot, that unit can't beat all of the Ricky. See? Oh, he... Hey, Hone, you fixed it. It finally says expendable instead of expandable.
Lol.
I preferred expendable personally.
Yeah, I think Steak won that one.
Yeah, expandable was much better. It was quite funny, actually.
Do you want to try again, Double Women, after checking stuff carefully?
Nah. Well, why the fuck not? Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
I appreciate the countdown until the countdown.
But of course!